bacteria.
You know what else we did today? We went and saw Ready Player One.
Sure did.
The newest Steven Spielberg film.
Spielberg.
An adaptation of what's his name? Ernest Cline's novel.
Yes.
2011 novel of the same name.
Very popular book. Was actually even given away in loot crates at one point.
Very good book.
It's a cool story.
Pretty good book. I mean, there's
enjoyed it.
no like wonderful. It's not like a great literary piece of art, but as far as a sci-fi depiction and the concept and the whole nostalgia aspect, it's very unique.
It's well written.
Stands up there.
It's a fun read.
You say it's well written.
I don't know if I would
Compared
say
to
it's
what?
well written.
Henry
Thoreau,
James Patterson, Roses Are Red.
Michael Crichton.
You know,
yeah, I wouldn't even
Alex
put it up.
Cross.
I wouldn't put
Dan
it up
Brown?
I don't know.
to any of that.
No,
No.
I don't know. Stephen King's It.
I think it was
You think Ready Player One?
I think it was it was a very well imagined story.
Yeah, like it would, like you said, it was a fun read. It was cool. You know, it was enjoyable.
God, I guess I'm not that good of a reader to know.
It doesn't matter how good of a
No,
reader
no,
you
no.
are. I'm a terrible reader. It takes me fucking forever to read a
There
book.
are a lot of people that absolutely hate the book and think that it's just pandering to nostalgia, which, I mean...
Yeah, but you know what? If you look at the old score on the Google, those people don't really register.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I just know assholes that
I
talk shit about everything.
listened to it because I'm an Audible guy. Because
Never read a book.
I got 40 hours of listening time a week.
So you re-listened to it before we went and saw it?
I did just to like.
How long is the audiobook?
I want to say like 18 hours.
So 3 days in the truck.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Not too bad. And yeah, so as far as it following the book,
They said fuck this book.
They took some liberties, that's for sure.
yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, no spoilers. If you fucking have seen this shit.
Should we drop spoilers?
I
or
mean-
what?
Yeah, look, don't reveal anything spectacular, but whatever. We're talking about
Okay.
the movie.
Yeah,
We're talking about Ready Player
not-
One. If
It's
you
not
haven't
too
seen
big
it,
of a deal.
There will be
Just
some spoilers in this
10
discussion.
second button. Ba, 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 ba,
If
ba,
it
ba,
starts
ba,
to get a
ba,
little
ba.
dicey, then yeah, skip ahead.
If you're really worried about having Ready Player One spoiled for you,
Yeah. If,
and not really any spoilers, but they didn't follow the book.
they did, but they didn't.
Didn't.
I mean,
They did, but they didn't.
They took the characters. They took the
way they
concept, the world.
developed characters, totally different, way faster.
And
like,
that's the thing.
it's always faster in
You had
movies. That's just the way it goes.
18-hour book.
You guys got to realize this is the first movie where I've read the literature before seeing the movie.
This is why
it's a
people
new
are
experience.
always pissed off when they make a movie based on a book they
book.
I
like.
get it now.
Because it never
is what you
lives up
see
to
in
it.
your
I
head.
get it now.
It's never what you see in your head.
It's bullshit. You know, I'm fucking mad.
You're gonna write her.
He was really mad at first, right off the bat, because of the race. Instead of joust,
Yeah.
it was a race.
Race.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
get
silly.
it. It's more fun, entertaining. The whole thing. You got King Kong, fucking.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine if he was
dinosaurs.
just playing fucking joust next to a dragon?
I
thing or
can.
whatever?
I wanted to
I
see
know,
that.
I know, but and then also, but the thing
And I
is,
wanted him to meet fucking the bitch in the cave.
And so the
on
thing
the way
is
to
with a
Joust.
book, if when you're making a film or adapting a novel, like if you are not going to go 100% with it, then you do have to take those liberties and just say fuck it and change enough so that people go, oh, it's not like the book. Because once you go, oh, it's not like the book, just enjoy it for what
Then it has to
is,
be a good movie.
Then it's decent, you know.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And so I was able to get over it. Once the race happened, I was like, okay, like they're just going out of nowhere. This is fine. I'll just kind of enjoy it. And from that point on, it was enjoyable. I had fun, you know, all the tons of Easter eggs. I mean, Jesus, you're getting overloaded with characters from the past, like pandering to nostalgia for sure.
There was,
I mean, no question.
Like just the fact that everybody's avatars were, you know,
I like
everything.
how they did the avatars.
But it was cool.
there was so many
I thought it was
more modern references that I don't get, that I don't recognize.
Well, like
Really?
Minecraft.
I don't know. See, to me, I thought it was a lot of throwback.
Well, there was,
Mortal Kombat.
for sure.
Yeah.
But-
I mean, there were just too many to name for sure.
Like, one thing that disappointed me was the Turtles.
Right, they used the
being
new
the new
turtles.
turtles.
Yeah, I
like put
noticed
the old
that.
turtles in it. Like
I don't. What were the turtles? I
they were
missed
just very briefly during the big battle.
During the big battle,
okay.
yeah. I was surprised though. I was wondering how much they had to fucking pay for licensing,
Oh,
but
God.
Spielberg got
well, and I'm sure there was things that were like off limits. Like Star Wars was basically off limits.
yeah, you could tell.
Transformers was clearly off limits.
Yeah, all the big ones.
minus the battle scene.
What do you mean?
What?
Didn't Optimus Prime fight?
No, he was a Gundam.
Oh.
Yeah, he looked like Voltron.
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, they're like fucking kind of like mech warrior shogun fucking.
But
type
definitely
things.
not Transformers. There was 2 Star Wars references that I noticed.
I did notice one. I can't even remember.
There
at this
was-
point.
The Millennium Falcon was mentioned.
Yes.
And then
So
there
you
was
can
an
do that one.
R2D2 toy
I didn't pick up
in
on
Holiday's room towards the end.
okay.
Good
I
eye.
love the dude
Good
that
eye.
played Holiday. Like he,
I
fucking-
hated him.
I like the approach he took, where it was just this reclusive weirdo, that was obviously completely disassociated from what was going on.
There was a few
Not
acting
what I
choices that-
imagined, but
like okay, whatever. This is a fun popcorn action movie,
yeah.
Yeah.
and we all know what it's based on, and that's the what drives people to enjoy this.
Yeah.
The acting was very rough in a
Yeah.
lot of spots.
I agree.
I
I do agree.
Just line
Especially
delivery.
at the beginning, it felt real like
Just the delivery of lines
Well, so I'll
felt very
say-
forced.
The I was surprised that all the in the Oasis stuff I actually enjoyed.
Yeah, me
like I
too.
really liked that, and I didn't think I was going to from the trailers and stuff. Whereas the real world action, that's kind of where I had the like, oh come on, like
Right.
come on,
Yeah.
Outside of Ben Mendelsohn, who was awesome, and he's always awesome.
Yeah. That guy's tight.
And it was cool to hear him do the kind of accent that he did in this, because it was completely different from how we've heard him before. I thought he was great.
Yeah.
I liked the girl Olivia Cook.
Yeah, she was fine.
good.
She was and the main guy, Wade, whoever played Wade, whatever
Ty
his name is,
Sheridan.
he was fine.
Yeah, he was all
Also,
right.
it was all the
I wanted him fatter.
TJ Miller's little
he was.
it was
I didn't hate
it. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't funny necessarily.
It was
like they tried to put a lot of comedic relief in.
It
here
was
that
the
didn't
only
work.
stuff that was actually
no-
funny.
There was no laugh
and it
out
still
loud parts.
wasn't even that funny.
Right. He had a couple of lines that were like they loosened up
There
the
was
moment.
no big laughs in this movie.
No.
No,
There was a couple parts
Well,
where the guy
maybe-
behind me went, huh.
There was Holiday had a line, or Halliday, however you say it,
I don't know. Yeah,
He had a line-
Holiday, sorry. I don't-
that made people laugh
Whoa.
at one point.
It was, but it wasn't a big laugh.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That was the biggest laugh.
There was just like to me, I felt like there was a lot of moments of like, what the fuck? Like the fact that, okay, number one, they switch it to a race, but then even the whole going backwards thing was like, you're telling me that 5 years of this being in existence, nobody was super stoned and accidentally hit reverse once or twice.
Right, and it opened it up.
Like, fuck.
Dude,
There was-
and
there
you
was
never
a lot
got
of
real
moments.
high and fucking tried to go backwards on Mario Kart.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Like,
5 years and you never thought, fuck it, let me try something different?
yeah, like this
and
isn't
there was
working.
a lot of that.
I'm gonna
where
go
it's
the
like-
other way.
Where it's like, how come this kid puts together these little things? Like they didn't make it, I think, complex enough for.
Well, we're
you know?
we're supposed to believe that Wade understands Halliday better than everybody else
I,
does.
you know what pisses me off too? I wish there was more of a school element.
There was no school.
No
at all.
school.
They completely.
These kids are in school.
They cut out very big sections of the book
Big
and
sections.
just didn't use them at all.
He
But,
ate his, and
you know-
him freezing his ass off in that van. It wasn't a comfortable place. He had an exercise bike to charge his generators. He had shitty the worst gear ever.
But that's the thing is that
You know?
like they took the real world aspect of Ready Player One and made it more cheery almost.
They
More, not
and they
as-
streamlined everything.
and the
Like
stacks
They tried to
were
make
not-
it more like a feel good.
there was a lot more
Everybody
building.
was dancing in
Yeah.
their stack. Fuck no, they weren't. They were doing drugs and fucking hating their
everybody's
lives.
depressed.
And I
and-
hated that they had everybody like fucking people were running through the street doing like you wouldn't be having your VR goggles out walking around with a bunch of other people. What
You're in
the
your
fuck?
room fucking battling.
Yeah, there was definitely some elements that were just like
But
Come
overall, it was a fun movie.
it was entertaining.
and it's definitely a kids movie.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
It's-
It was very
Until they dropped a hard F.
that was
Well,
unnecessary.
you're gonna drop a
I
fuck.
didn't even notice them
They
dropping
dropped
a
you didn't hear the
fuck.
fuck?
No,
Dude, I
Been
can't remember what
desensitized.
It was one of the IOI guys. Oh, Chucky. It's fucking Chucky.
Oh yeah, well I think that's acceptable with Chucky. You know, kids get it.
Right.
They're
But-
thinking the same
But,
thing.
I mean, okay.
I thought the same thing. I
Okay.
was like, fucking Chucky?
All that being said, there were some fucking gems in this movie. The fucking
the biggest spoiler alert.
a big spoilers.
This is the thing
That you
that
want.
people have been saving. This is the thing that people have been not telling other people about because it's
All right, so if you're listening right now, you have this chance to skip ahead 30
if you're really
seconds.
invested and
Don't
you
let
haven't
them
seen
get-
it yet.
In the book, there's a challenge where he's got to go back and recite movie lines
Yes,
word for
yes,
word,
yeah,
and
I
it's
remember.
War Games.
Right.
Okay, it was his fucking favorite movie. He's got to like remember whole scenes and do it perfect.
Okay.
It's hard. This
Matthew
one,
Broderick,
this one, they went fucking Stanley Kubrick's The Shining,
The
yeah.
Shining.
which has
Nothing to do-
nowhere in the book did this happen.
And rather than make it a challenge where he has to like recreate the movie,
yeah,
it was basically kind of survive
Like,
some
go
of the things
through
that
it.
happened.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing that they changed so much. They went totally different directions. There were huge elements of this that were not in the
but
book. There's
seeing
huge
the main
elements.
hall of The Shining
that was cool.
was very cool.
The girls,
the girls,
it was fun.
blood, like it was cool.
but interesting. It was interesting,
and that was a cool, like, shout out to Stanley.
obviously the nostalgia aspect of it, the things they decided to reference because the book went deep into the fucking 80s and 90s pop culture, whereas
There was
with
no
this-
D&D.
with this I know
There-
that was
you
so
know,
fucking
like-
disappointing to me, but yeah, so they stuck to the mainstream shit that the majority of people would know.
There was no
They-
him having every song, every movie, knowing every pop culture reference.
Yeah, that
you
was
know?
like mentioned once.
But
yeah.
he had it all backed up, like on an external hard
That they
drive.
literally they said that literally in the movie.
But it's just like
So I think that go ahead.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You go.
If you hadn't read the book, it probably would have been a pretty enjoyable movie.
it would have felt
Good
like fucking
nostalgia
Adam
thing.
Sandler's Pixels, but a
It
little
was-
bit better.
I think it was.
I
better
do.
than
I
Pixels,
think
for
it's
sure.
better than that. I read the book long enough ago now,
Yeah,
and just the once that I went into this not really necessarily
Having it
remembering
fresh on
everything.
the mind, yeah.
Yeah, I fucked up.
Yeah, don't ever do that.
I-
It's like
but I wanted to
listening
be
to
like, I wanted to be like fucking going in there like, yeah.
that's like
I know what's
listening to
going on.
somebody's CD on the way to their concert. You know, like
I feel like the movie had highs and lows, both in just the overall momentum of the film. I feel like a lot of the way they did the references and tried to play on nostalgia didn't land very well with me. I know it's a large undertaking, and
Yeah,
Steven Spielberg is widely considered one of the greatest modern film directors.
of course.
Right.
He fucking did Jaws.
What saved it, what made me leave the theater not feeling like I didn't like it, was the last 20 minutes or so where it felt like an 80s movie
Yeah,
at the end.
it did.
it did come together like an AIDS movie, which I didn't like about it. Like the
I
ending,
liked
definitely, I was like, God damn it! Like I don't know. I feel like they could have resolved it differently, but
They
you're right.
absolutely could have. That was just what it came together at the end for me because of that.
Right.
Got
And I was
the
like,
fucking
okay.
egg and,
Yeah.
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 Understandable.
All right.
He got the kiss. It's,
But a lot of the execution I didn't enjoy.
It was clunky.
yeah.
I think that's fair.
If you're into nostalgia and
fun
throwbacks, it's a
movie.
fun one. If
Go
you
see
have
it.
kids that are into older stuff and
They'll love it.
whatnot, like
Kids will love it.
It'll be fun. Yeah, either way, they're gonna love it.
It's a
with
good
the
take on
technology and
VR, AR,
everything.
like where we're kind of heading. You know, like
But it wasn't. I don't think it was as epic and as massive as that. Like people expected that read and
there wasn't a
enjoyed the
lot
book.
of like because the Oasis is a massive open world, right? There wasn't a lot of traveling. There wasn't a lot of like
Right. There's tons of planets,
yes.
different places you can go, and they
Yeah,
they touched on
showed,
it
like,
a little bit.
Couple, I mean,
Honestly,
really.
as far as if a remake of a book, I give it 1B. If it was like they were trying to like recreate this book.
1B's good, remember?
Okay, I give it a half a B. If it was like from what I give the novel 2.5 Bs, and I give the remake a half a B based on like
Right, on it
the
being
book.
based on a
Still
book,
book.
their adaptation.
But the movie itself, I give it 2 Bs. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
You really liked it.
I didn't fall asleep. Like it was fun. Like I don't think I wouldn't buy it, and I honestly, I don't even know if I'd watch it again. So you know what? I'm gonna go 1.5 Bs.
yeah.
You
know?
a full B. Yeah.
My barometer for this was
It was
Ender's Game.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I thought Ender's Game was a better movie.
I did too.
I wasn't disappointed. I didn't walk out of there going, "Fuck, that movie sucked dick," but it wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be. It didn't hit what I wanted.
See,
it
as
to
soon
hit.
as I saw the first trailer, I was like, it's not gonna,
I wanted
obviously
it-
not
I-
going to be what I imagined.
I needed it to be more grimy.
So to me, I
You know?
think I give it a
Yeah.
B. Like I enjoyed it. I'll probably watch it again, but I'm not like gonna. I'm
It was
not super
nerfed,
ecstatic
right?
about
It was the way they executed it was safe.
True.
It-
What do you give it, Zeb?
I want to give it a B, but the more I think about it, I just don't think I liked it enough to give it a full B.
0 B.
Half B.
Half B.
Fair enough.
Decent
I-
enough.
I'm not mad.
I will watch it again just because that's what I do.
Yeah.
Unless I hate it, I'll watch a movie again. And then my opinion on it
you know,
may
I probably-
May
change.
change. Yeah, absolutely. Just like with the pizza that we had, I might eat there again and might not have quite a great experience. So, what do you think that the Rotten Tomato meter is?
It got pretty high ratings.
I think it's
like
around
78.
71 or something.
I want to say 78,
Wow, you guys are splitting the diff. It's 74.
which is a good score.
That's a pretty good.